It's no secret to anybody who's been reading DVD Snapshot for any length of time that I'm a pretty big fan of reality television. I've reviewed a lot of the shows that have come out on DVD, and I'm generally pretty favorable towards some of the better ones like Survivor, The Amazing Race, even The Apprentice, and things like that. The new movie Live, starring Eva Mendes, is quite an interesting film, and it's a fascinating concept. What if the next reality show concept was Russian roulette for money? 6 players, 1 bullet, nobody knows who gets the bullet. Whichever 5 players are left standing get $5 million each. The person who dies gets dead, and the family gets nothing. How would this be if it got onto television? That's the entire film of Live, and it's actually very interesting. It doesn't just start with the show. It takes us through the pitch of the show's concept, the standards and practices, the legal battles, the ratings, everything that's involved with getting the show on the air, and the publicity behind it. And while that stuff is interesting, when it really picks up is when we meet the contestants on the game show through a series of character vignettes, as you would see on any real reality show. This is where the film really shines, as it really captures the feel of any reality show that's ever been on the air, especially things like American Idol. If you watch any reality television whatsoever, you will recognize a lot of styles and a lot of story elements in this film. In that respect, I really liked the movie, and it has a pretty fantastic cast. In addition to Eva Mendes in the lead role, you also get David Krumholtz, Andre Braugher, Katie Cassidy, Jay Hernandez, Rob Brown, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, among other people. The one major flaw the film has is Eva Mendes. She's not quite a strong enough actor to pull off the entirety of the film. She is in virtually every scene in the movie, and her emotions run the gamut from happy to sad to shocked to angry and everything in between. And I wish she was just a little bit better of an actress. Or I wish they had cast somebody who was a little bit better than her in the lead role. She doesn't quite have the emotional weight to pull off everything she needs to pull off for this movie. And it's really the only flaw the film has, because ultimately it's a fascinating movie that I enjoyed quite a bit. Unfortunately, there are no extra features on this DVD whatsoever, which is kind of a letdown because I really did enjoy the film and I would have liked to have seen a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, especially on the kind of movie within a movie documentary feel of the film. I think there's a lot of gold they could have mined there, at least given us a commentary or some interviews with the cast, or maybe even a couple deleted scenes, of which I'm sure there were many. Ultimately, Live is a really great movie. I think it's worth watching, definitely worth renting. Unfortunately, the lack of extra features make it hard for me to recommend that you rush out and buy it, but it is an incredibly interesting film that I definitely recommend checking out.